When Robert answered my email, I got really excited. He didn't say very much about himself. He just told me that he was now a teacher, which surprised me because he always used to say that he would hate to teach. He also told me that he'd been married but was now divorced. Anyway, I answered his email, and we agreed to meet for lunch at a restaurant I like, a place where I often go on weekends. When I got there, I looked around to see if I could see him, but I couldn't, and I thought, typical, same old Robert, because he always used to be late. So I sat down and ordered a drink. I was just sipping my drink when a man came over to my table and said, "Carol, how are you?" I could hardly believe it. I know neither of us is young anymore, but I think I look pretty good for my age. People usually say I look 5 years younger than I am. But Robert looked like an old man. His lovely long hair was all gone. In fact, he was bald, with a few strands of hair sort of combed over his head, and he was wearing the most hideous jacket. Well, I know you shouldn't judge by appearances, so I smiled at him, and we started talking. And, well, I enjoyed the lunch, and we talked a lot about the past, but I knew as soon as I saw him that we didn't have anything in common anymore. And I was right. Instead of the rebel he used to be, he was now, well, much more conventional than me. In fact, he seemed just like the sort of teachers we used to hate when we were young.
I got to the restaurant late because I couldn't find it, but when I walked in, I saw a whole group of young people at a table. I thought that must be them, though I didn't really recognize anybody. So I went up, and they all said hello. They all recognized me, which was great, though it felt a little strange. I must admit, I was feeling really nervous. Anyway, I sat down and we started talking. They told me lots of things that I used to do when I was at school, like play on the school basketball team. They said I used to be really good. And they told me about all sorts of other things, places we used to go to, things like that. Some of my friends had even brought photos, and we looked at them. I'd completely forgotten that I used to wear these really awful big glasses, and I sort of relaxed, and I felt that I was getting to know them again, and getting to know more about myself and my past. Anyway, since we met that evening, we've all been emailing each other, and I've started going out with Anna, one of the girls who was at the restaurant that night. She says she used to like me a lot at school, but that I didn't used to take any notice of her then. I can't remember any of that, but I know I like her a lot now.